Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way out behind their former number 3 overall pick, who spent his last year as a 49er. It's Sam Darnold.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Darnold now to throw. Incomplete. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Jaguars to take over for the first time behind Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback in season number 4.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Now Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Lawrence going to throw again. Caught on the slant. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return for the Vikings offense, and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently second in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. 3rd and 4. Addison will go in motion left. Give, Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You look at this defense for the Vikings. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now 3rd down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Oh, look at the juke. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. In the second quarter, the Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line
that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, he shifts past him. Fights through, and now a crease. Still going. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. A give running right, ETN. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle by Jonathan Grenard. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Washington's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. In motion right is Davis. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. ETN up the middle. A nice little juke. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. In motion left is Davis. Now Lawrence. Got an open man, it's Washington. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. It's a throw again as Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gabriel Davis. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Now Darnold. Setting up the screen here. Aaron brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Throwing again is Darnold. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Darnold. He's got it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. So we skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. This a 2nd and 8. Another tote for Etienne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On the counter, Etienne. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Vikings offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
An inside give to Jones. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time him right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Darnold. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Sam Darnold keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was playing. Loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. In motion right is Thomas. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 27. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Running room at the 50. Look out. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 8. They'll go again to Jones. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Now it's Darnold.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Darnold.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. They go back to the ground with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 20-17, a minute 14 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Throwing now, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now out come the Jags. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence.
He shakes him off. Forced out to his left.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for the Jaguars, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.